Welcome to CDE 1, Principles and Practices. In this video, I'm going to be taking you through the course structure, outline, and assignments. This is a completely online asynchronous class, which means we'll be doing the learning at your own pace on a weekly basis for the rest of the semester. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what the course looks like on Canvas. I'm going to take you through the syllabus, and I'm going to take you through the assignments and some of the larger assignments that you will also be completing in this class. I'm going to share my screen with our class. So this is our course. As I have it structured on Canvas. So each of us teaches a little bit of a different way on Canvas. So I'm going to show you how I have the class structured and set up so that you should feel fairly comfortable with navigating this class throughout the semester. All right, so I have got student support services. That is my first kind of module on Canvas. It will always be the same. I just want to point out what's on these pages in case you need the support for the rest of the semester. So we've got a lot of resources. The kiosk is a great place to kind of start with asking questions, just kind of where you start off. If you had just a general question, the kiosk is a great place. We do have a lot of information about student success, the library, health services, scholarships, the CalWORKs, the Child Development Center if you needed care for your child, disability if you need an accommodation, faculty advisors. I was a transfer student myself. I started at a Child Development Center. I started at a community college in child development, and then I transferred to a four-year and then went on as well to community college, to four-year university. The support that you will need, we have for you here at Chafee. They've scaled up a lot of the things that you need in order to be successful. So I have all of the links there, and I also have them on our syllabus as well. I just put some information in on Canvas and the browsers, things like that. If you are new to Canvas, if you've never been on Canvas, this might be a good place to make sure that your technology is all set up. If you're struggling with technology, there are loaner laptops, hotspots as well that Canvas has. Canvas also has a mobile app. It's not always the best for being on Canvas, I've got to say. Like, sometimes submitting can be hard. Quizzes might have a weird formatting. It's not always the best, but it is nice to be able to go on and check and stay on top using the mobile app. Submitting is maybe not always your best. Software that you might need, or I'm going to be using for this class, I'm going to use YouTube. I'm just going to link YouTube videos that I've made, lectures that I've made that I've uploaded on YouTube. I might use Adobe Reader as well, because I'm going to have PDFs that you're going to read. So you might need a Adobe Reader. And then you might also need Microsoft Office to do Word, or you could use Google Docs or even OpenOffice. So those are all kind of the technology that you might need to have for this class. So those will always be there. So if you needed software, if you needed a loaner laptop, anything like that, all of that information is right here in the very first module called College and Class Resources. This week, what we're going to be doing is we're going to have this welcome start here page, and that is going to always have the syllabus, and that's always going to have this video that you are watching right now. So this welcome video will always be around for the rest of the semester. So if you wanted to come back and learn about a specific assignment or see what I said on the syllabus, this video will always be available right here in this welcome start here page that you're already on. And also the syllabus as well will always be there if you need to go back and check points or look at what the schedule is going to be. This week, all you need to do is introduce yourself. For this week, all we're going to be doing is familiarizing ourselves with Canvas, watching this video, reading the syllabus. So here is the introduce yourself discussion board. So basic discussion board, I just like you to embed or post a picture of yourself or anything that's important to you. So it could be a pet or a child or a sunset at your favorite beach, you know, something like that. And then just tell me a little bit about yourselves. This is an online course, so I'd like to know more about you so that I can start to kind of build some community. I've also got some discussion guidelines as well, but you're just going to hit reply, which is typically a red button. And that is going to go ahead and get you 10 points. All you have to do is post a picture and tell us about yourself. And that will be your 10 points for this week. Once again, this week, all we're going to be doing is familiarizing ourselves with the class. This class is zero textbook, so the textbook is always going to be here. Oh, it is not up yet. It will be up. The textbook is a PDF textbook that I will go ahead and get up right after this. It is a PDF, and so I will give you chapters that you're going to go ahead and be reading weekly in order to learn more about the class. So that is on that textbook will be here as well. It's broken up into chapters and sections, and I'll let you know when you need to read from it. You do not need to print it. It's totally online. We're not going to be reading it in class, obviously, because we're asynchronous. So it'll be totally online. If you did want a printed copy, don't print it yourself. That would be too expensive. It's a couple hundred pages. You can go to the bookstore and you can ask them and they can print this cheaper for you. I want to say it's about 20 bucks for them to print the textbook if you wanted an actual hard copy. Otherwise, it's as a PDF, which you should be able to read from online or from an e-reader. So that's this week. Then we're going to have 3 sections. We're going to have a theories section that will be 3 weeks of learning. Then we'll have a teaching section that will be 3 weeks of learning. Then we'll have a types of programs section that will be 3 weeks of learning as well. So in each section of so we'll have about 12 weeks of content that we're going to be going through. In these sections, a page is going to give you lecture videos. They're going to give you readings to do. They're going to give you support and understanding so you can know all about the history, the theories behind child development. You'll also have 3 short reflections that you're going to do, typically from a reading or maybe even watching something. And then you'll have a reflection and then they'll each be 10 points. Then at the end of this section, you'll have a larger assignment. So the same for teaching, 3 smaller assignments to support the learning, typically with a reading or a video, and then a larger paper that you're going to be writing for this section. And then for the last section where we're learning about types, you'll have 3 shorter reflections, and then you'll have a professional paper that you're going to write as well. All of the information is already up in these sections. So starting next week, I'll open theories. I'll only open theories, so you'll have all of the lectures, you'll have some information, you'll have some videos, you'll have some reading in this theories page. Then you'll have 3 reflections that are going to support that. And then at the end of the 3 weeks, you'll have a larger assignment. This one's called Failed Fads, and all of the information about that larger assignment is embedded in it already. So the instructions, the points, all of that is already up. So same with teaching. We'll have 3 weeks of teaching. You'll have all of the information with video lectures and things like that. Then you'll have 3 reflections to support that learning, and then you'll have a larger paper. Same with the reflections as well. On the 13th week, we'll have a final exam review. And then on the 14th week, we'll have the final exam on Canvas. It'll be open for 3 days in December. Open book, open note, open internet, open whatever you need in order to do it. So that is how the class is structured. So 3 weeks, sections, 3 of those sections, which gets us 12 weeks. Then we have a week of reviewing the things we've already learned. And then we'll go ahead and have an online final. Not timed, once again, open for 3 days in December, and it's totally online as well. So that is the class structure as I kind of have it. So there are kind of sections that we'll be learning about: theories, teaching, and types. That's what we'll be learning about. In those 3 weeks, you can do all of the work at your own pace. That's the most important thing with Canvas, and the thing that I've learned is you need to be on regularly. I know you guys have busy lives, other classes, work, family commitments, hobbies, things like that. So you have really busy lives. Don't let it get all the way to the end. I just took a summer class as well, and I was actually 3 units as well. And my first unit, it was summer and I was so excited, and I didn't check in regularly, and I let it go to the last 3 days of kind of the unit. And I had not a great time. But when the other 2, when I was on weekly, I was checking in, I was doing my discussion posts, I was reading, I was having a better time because I had more time to absorb it. I got better grades as well. So the most important thing is that these sections are 3 weeks, but there's still 4 assignments, and it is 80 points. So you don't want to leave this till the Sunday before it's due. So I'm going to put the due dates in, everything will be open. So once you get to this week 2, you'll see that one reflection is due 1 week, one's due another after that, and then the larger assignment is due as well. So it is kind of chunked out for you. So coming on every week, reading what you're supposed to be reading, watching the video lectures, getting those reflections due, and then also keeping an eye on these larger kind of assignments that wrap up this section. So Failed Fads is designed to kind of wrap up the theories section. So being online regularly, and that might be a Saturday night if that's what your kind of schedule has for you, or it might be a Monday morning, Wednesday afternoon. I don't know what your schedule is, and that's why asynchronous can be so successful for some students. You have to be motivated though to remember what these due dates are, to regularly be on Canvas, to not miss those. One of the best ways one of the best ways to be successful as well is to email me. So that's the way that you're going to get in contact with me. So if you can look over to the left-hand toolbar in black under the Chafee, there my mouse is circling inbox. So whenever you have a question, you need some support, you didn't understand something, go over to the inbox and shoot me a message. Go straight to my Chafee faculty email, and I check my email 3 to 4 times a day, typically 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and at 4:35. And then I check them Monday through Friday as well. I do not check emails on the weekend. So during the week, you will get a message. I will see your email and I will just shoot you off a message. I will redefine a concept for you. We can set up office hours. We can do something like that to make sure that you're understanding the concepts. So all you have to do is go to inbox and shoot me an email, a message, and then that message will go to my faculty email, and then I will get back to you as soon as I see your message. Once again, I check my emails about 3 times a day, Monday through Friday. I do not check my emails after Friday afternoon, and I don't get back until Monday morning. So I'm not checking my emails Saturdays or Sundays. So if you have an assignment due on Monday morning at 6 a.m. or 9 a.m. And you don't understand it, you should be emailing me and messaging me with this inbox messaging before the assignment is due, asking me questions. So a best practice as well would be to look at the reflection that's due that week or the larger assignment and ask any questions before it becomes the weekend, because once again, I am not going to check my email on the weekends. I am not a bot. I work my 40 hours Monday through Friday when I am teaching in person and also online, and I'm very responsive during those times, but I do not check my emails on the weekends. So you should be asking your questions during the week so you can get a response from me. Of course, if you have a question on Saturday night, go ahead and email me, but don't expect a response until morning during business hours. All right, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to the syllabus. So remember, the syllabus is always in this Welcome Start Here page. So I am going to show you the syllabus, and we are going to go through it. So here is the syllabus for our CDE class. Once again, it's asynchronous. And I have my Chafee email as well. On Canvas, it's much easier to go to that inbox decal and shoot me a message that way. But this is also my official Chafee faculty email, so you can cut and paste that and email me that way if you choose as well. This is my voicemail. You can leave me a voicemail. It goes to my email, just gets transcribed as an email, and I'll email you back. But if you wanted to set up a time where we could have a phone call, you can give me your phone number and I can call you. Office hours. So they'll be online. This is an asynchronous class, so they will be online for this class. We can do it on Zoom. I can give you a call, but I also have in-person ones in this semester. It will be in the Chino campus. So every other week, and I will put those up on Canvas for you. They'll be for 30 minutes. So if you were near Chino campus, I'm going to be on the courtyard, but I will go ahead and put those office hours up if you wanted to see me in person. Otherwise, you can email me for an appointment and we can set up a Zoom to talk. Otherwise, you could come to the Chino campus, to the courtyard. They're 30 minutes once a week. Some information. Email is important. Please, so we send out a lot of information, I know, but a lot of it's really cool. Like last semester, they gave away like 1,000 Galaxy soccer team tickets because somebody donated them to the college. So you could go see, you know, a soccer game for free. But that information comes to your email. I'm going to email you only to your Panther email. I can't email you to like your Gmail or anything like that. So that's how we're going to get information. That's how I'm going to send out information that's really important to my specific class. And also so the campus can get you information about things that are important, like if we ever shut down because of an emergency, or for really fun things like soccer tickets, and we give away turkeys for Thanksgiving, you know, things like that. So forward it. If you're not going to regularly check your student email, please have it your student email forwarded to like your Gmail, your Hotmail, or your work mail. So there's a way that you can forward it. So whatever comes to your student email can be forwarded to your Gmail or to your work, whatever you use. Canvas grades as well. I do my Canvas grades offline. It's a great tool though on Canvas. Let me show you kind of, you know, I can't show you because I already so Canvas has a grades function where all of your grades will be shown. So that's a great way to keep on top of it. Remember, if you're not submitting something, that's a 0. Maybe I haven't given you a 0 yet. I'm waiting for you to turn it in. I'm giving you a grace period maybe. But the most important thing is to kind of track your own points and not always use Canvas. So if my total points are 300 and you've only submitted 100, you know, half the assignments for 150 points, you might have gotten an A and you have those full points, but 150 out of 300 is still a failing grade. So you still need to submit everything on Canvas and make sure that it has been graded by me. I could see it. Like, let's say you turn in something on Canvas and it's a, you know, a file that I can't read. It got corrupted, or I just can't read it on my own, you know, work. I just can't open it. I can't give you a grade. And I'll have a little message that says, hey, I couldn't open this. Can you please send it to me on email, or can you resubmit it as a PDF? Maybe I haven't given you the points yet because I'm waiting for you to turn it in as a way. If it gets to the end of the semester's over, you never submitted that because you never checked your grades section or you never checked your feedback, you might be missing that, thinking, oh, I turned it in. I bet I did okay on it. Canvas grades function. It's a section on Canvas where you can see your grades for that class, and you should be able to see my messages. You should see the grades that you get, and you can take the points that you have versus the points that are on the syllabus of this paper document right here. Okay, so regular attendance and class participation, you should be logging on to Canvas as much as possible. So you should probably, best practice, once again, set up a schedule for you that works the day and time that you can get on every single week in order to get those assignments due submitted. So they're going to be regular work every week throughout the semester. You need to be on as much as possible. Missed exams, so there's no makeup for the final exam. If you miss the final exam that is up on Canvas, because it's purely online, you cannot make it up. No exceptions to that, unless, you know, there was an extenuating circumstance or an emergency, you know, something like that. You can have a conversation about it, but by and large, there's no makeup for the final exam, which is due at the end of the semester. There's no makeup for late work unless you have a conversation with me as well. I don't need to know all the nitty gritty. I don't need to, know your whole life history or something like that, but generally letting me know, hey, my kid broke their leg, oh, I got really sick, something like that. Can I have an extension? I'm going to be willing to work with you. If we get to the end of the semester, you haven't submitted anything, you've missed all of the coursework, you've missed all the lectures, you've missed all the reading. You're not going to be able to get that done in 1 week, and you will not be able to be making it up. So I want you to be successful. Please reach out to me if you're going to miss something or something big came up and it's going to impact your work, so that I can work with you and the college can work with you, maybe with accommodations or support in order for you to be successful. But for the most part, late work is not accepted. Plagiarism, I have given you all the information about what plagiarism is on Canvas. It's really hard to get away with. If you cut and paste something from the internet, Canvas will let me know right away. There's a plagiarism check that is on most assignments, and it will right away let me know that you've cut and pasted, that you've taken somebody else's paper, that you've used even something that you wrote in high school. If you use kind of not given credit where credit is due, either from something that somebody else has written or from online, and it will let me know as soon as possible. So it is really important that you don't do that. So please do not do that, because I will have to take next steps, throw it up the chain of command, because we take that very seriously. If you are a little concerned about your writing skills, we have so much support for you. Once again, I have put in all the Chaffey College resources at the end of the syllabus and also online for you guys. So we have a library. We have a like cyber library where you can get information so that you're not, cutting and pasting. We have all different types of tutoring. We have the Success Center, the Language Success Center, multidisciplinary Success Center wise, that's all for me to say. These areas right here, this is where you get support. So APA, writing, plagiarism, seems confusing, I'm not sure. That's why we have the library and our success centers. It is free with your Chaffey College photo ID. Some of them are still up on Zoom. They will go over your writing. They will go over your reading. They will give you extra support. They will help you with APA. They will help you with plagiarism to make sure you're not doing it. Once again, free support from Chaffey so that you are not unintentionally kind of plagiarizing anybody else. Classroom etiquette. We have some discussion boards, and that is where disrespectful comments, anything like that, will be removed if I feel that it is inappropriate, if it is disrespectful, if it is not polite or kind, I will remove it. Never happened before, and I don't expect it will, because everybody, I think, has kind of learned through COVID and the pandemic how to be online a little bit more. As long as we're not trying for humor, that's the only time I've seen people get a little bit in trouble, is if you're trying to be funny and it doesn't come over because you're in an online space, we don't have local communication, all of that type of stuff. So if you're going to try to be funny, use emojis, tell us that you're kidding, that it's a joke, or just avoid it altogether and just answer the question so you get those full points. Once again, I will remove disrespectful comments though. Social media, nothing on this course on Canvas. I do not allow it to be filmed unless you have the support from Disability Services. So none of my lectures should be taken off of the site. Nothing that I have created, because I have intellectual properties over them. And also I do not agree to my likeness or anything from the class being shared off of the Canvas site or on social media. Disability support, if you have disability, please let me know within the first 2 weeks, just so that I can go ahead and support you more. Get me your accommodations within the first 2 weeks so that we know that this class is going to help and be supportive to you and to your individual accommodations. But it is designed for all students to be successful. I was talking to about Canvas before. You're going to have 10 reflections that you're going to be writing or responding to. So that's 100 points. In our first section, we have theories, and that's going to be your larger assignment is going to be failed fads. Then you're also going to have a paper on NIAC. And then you are also going to have a professional interview that you're also going to do as well for 50 points. So we've got 50 points for that theories, failed fads. We have the next one is a professional interview where you interview somebody for 50 points. Then we have a NIAC paper that you're going to write as well for 50 points. So there's 150 plus another 100 plus 50. So those are all of the total points that we are going to go ahead. So that's 300 points that we're going to have for this class. So on Canvas, you should be aware of the fact that there are 300 total points. So you can take what you are doing on the grades function on Canvas, and you can take it against what the class is, well, the class total is, which is 300 points. This is what we're going to be learning about throughout the semester. Once again, we'll have sections as well, but in these sections, this is what we're going to kind of generally be learning about. And then finally, that is our student success information, which is also what I have on this very first module. So it's probably easier for you to go to Student Support Services and Resources and click in here because I have all of the links already gone for you. So if you needed help, once again, with writing, reading, APA, plagiarism, the Student Success Center website, or even hitting right here, the online appointments, will go ahead and get you the information and the Zoom information that you need in order to kind of walk in and get support. So wrapping it up, important that you email me and expect my response within business hours, but using this inbox function right here. It's important that you check over your grades and are on top of your grades and things that I might need from you to redo it or resend it if it doesn't turn in exactly right. That happens a couple of times throughout the semester. Things maybe just get corrupted or are hard to see on a professional laptop system, something like that. So those are two things. Also, we have our sections as well, where you're going to have reflections and you're going to have failed fads. So each section, you're going to have 3 kind of assignments that support the lecture videos, readings support that is very first in this module. So you're going to click on the very first page. You're going to get all of the learning from me. Then you're going to have 3 reflections that support that. And then you're going to have a larger assignment. The first one is going to be failed fads. Then we'll do one about NIAC, and then we'll do a professional interview is the very last one as well. Remember, there are 300 total points. They're broken up into each week. You'll have something that you need to go ahead and submit in order to cumulatively be learning. So that's how it is. Principles and practices of child development. We're going to be learning all about theory, practice, history, child learning, child development, play, things like that. So each week we're going to have something due. So you need to keep an eye on those due dates. Find a time and a date that is best for you to regularly be on this class in order to be learning and submitting when things are due. Because once again, without kind of extenuating circumstances, there is no makeup for this class as well. All right, so that is the CDE 1 asynchronous class that we will be doing for the rest of the semester. 3 sections that we'll be learning about: theories, teaching, and types, with assignments embedded in each, which basically translate to something is due every single week. It's important for you to be regularly on this class, regularly submitting. Also, it's important to reach out to me. Come to my office hours if you can in person, or we can set up office hours on Zoom if that works better for you. Emailing me whenever you need help or support, because we are here to help you be successful in your classes, your CDE classes. But we're also here to help you be successful at Chiefy and achieve whatever kind of dreams or goals you have. All right, thank you so much. I will